Hello students, welcome to LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. Here myself Mr. Jaiswal Kishan, Civil Engineering Department, and we are learning all about structural analysis. Now today we are in session number 6 for moment distribution method. So let's start. Now today we are taking a sum on frame with sway. As in previous session we have learned some theories on sway. Now we are applying that fundas in further example. So let's start. Now here it is given that analyze the frame by moment distribution method and draw bending moment diagram. Now before starting this example, I must like to say that this sum is way more similar to our previous sums, but it is a repetitive process. Means we have to do repeat analysis of moment distribution and find out sway forces. Let's see how we will do it. And our first step, second step and third step will be similar. That first step is FEM, second is distribution factor, and third is my moment distribution table. That will be remain as it is. So let's proceed towards it. Now here it is given A, B, C and D. A and D supports are my fixed support. B and C are my internal hinge. And over here 20 kilonewton load is given. Means it is a horizontal loading is given. Means sway will occur. Now here 2 kN per meter UDL is given for 6 meter span. Here 2i is given, here it is 4 meter and 4 meter length is given. Now let's start our first step, which is a fixed end moment. Now there is only a central UDL over given for BC span. Now I would like to say that you can note that on B point there is a point load is given of 20 kilonewton. There is no central point load. Yes, it is eccentrically, but it is at a joint. So for joint, there is no formula for FEM. So the value for MFAB and MFBA will be become 0. And no loading for MCD. So the value will be becoming MFCD and MFDC will be 0. Now for this UDL, we know that MFBC will be negative and MFCB will be positive. The formula will be WL square by 12 for negative in MFBC and positive for MFCB. Now here minus 2 multiplied by 36 upon 12 is equals to minus 6 kilonewton into meter, and 2 multiplied by 36 divided by 12 is nothing but 6 kilonewton into meter as a value for this sum. Now moving ahead, our second step is distribution factor. So for distribution factor, the formula is K upon summation of K. Now as the to draw this table, our first step is to draw SR and then joint, then member, then stiffness K, and then summation of K, and then last distribution factor. Now, as we have discussed that our first step will be starting with the central or intermediate joint. Here there are two intermediate joints, B and C. How we can know? Look, A and D are my external joints, and B and C are my internal joints. Means they are intermediate joints. So we can start any one of it. So we are starting with B. So B joint. Now the member will be connected are B to A and B to C. Now we know that B to A far end is my fix. The formula will be becoming 4EI upon L. Here I is not mentioned. So consider a unit I. Whenever the I value means even if it is not mentioned, it is 1I, 2I, 3I, whatever. So if it is not mentioned, then consider it as a unit means single. So B to A will be 4 into 1 EI upon L. L is nothing but my 4. So ultimately value will be 1 EI. Now for B to C span, this is 2 meter. Now you can see that here it is a pin joint. But for the calculation purpose, we are considering internal joint as a fix. So we'll be taking formula of fix, which is 4 EI upon L. Here it is 2 EI given, so we have taken 2 EI divided by L is 6. So 4 to the 8 upon 6 is nothing but 1.33. Now we have to sum up this, we'll be getting 2.33, and for member BA, the distribution factor will be K upon summation of K, means 1 upon 2.33 will be 0.43, and for BC member it will be 1.33 upon 2.33 will be 0.57. EI will be cancelling out. We are using this formula. Now, I have told you earlier that we have to sum up and check that the value is coming unit or not. Means the sum of this value means addition of these two values will be 1. So 0.57 plus 0.43 is 1. So our calculation is correct. Now moving ahead with the joint C, we are having member C to B and we are having member C to D. So for that we will be using this far end is pin joint, but it is an internal joint. We will be considering it as a fix. So let's see. So 4 into 2 EI upon 6 is equals to 1.33 and far end is fixed, so 4 EI upon 4, ultimately 1. So these two value summation will be this. Similarly we have done over here. Now you know that A support and D support is fixed support, and for external fixed support the distribution factor value is 0. If external end support is hinge, so value is 1 of distribution factor. If external support is fixed, the distribution factor is 0. So we have put 0 and 0 as respective value. Now our next step is to find moment distribution table. For moment distribution table, we will be using this FEM and this distribution factor values. Means all these 6 values and all these 6 values. Let's see. Now here moment distribution table. Now in moment distribution table, here I have done the entire calculation in a single, because till now we have explained this how to solve this and we have understood how to calculate each and every value. Let's see. A, B, C and D. There are 4 number of joints, so I have made 4 line or 4 column, and then a row in which above it will be distribution factor and below it will be FEM. A and D are my fixed, so 0, 0, and respective value of B to A is 0.43 and B to C is 0.57. You can check. And for C to B is 0.57 and 0.43. Every time it can't be similar. For different sum it can be another value as well. Now, so our next step will be to solve this sum. Now here you can see this is my FEM. So for MFAB and MFB were 0, MFBC and MFCB were 6 and then 0, 0. Let's see. We have found already step number 1. Now here first we have done distribution factor and then we did FEM. Now we have to balance it. So we'll be starting at the center because we know that the extreme ends are fixed, so it does not need to do anything. So we are starting with this 0 plus or 0 minus 6 equals to minus 6. Minus 6 sign change will be plus 6 and then multiply with 0.43. I will be getting 2.57. Multiplying with 0.57, I will be getting 3.43. Similarly, 6 plus 0 is 6. Sign change and multiply with 0.57. The value will be becoming in minus. And 0 multiplied by 0 and 0 multiplied by 0, ultimately the both value will be 0. Then we are carry over doing. So half of this will be 1.29. This will be 0 only half. Now as we have seen that all the supports are considered as to be fixed. So everywhere we can transfer half moment. We can carry over the moment. So yes, we are doing 0. Then 3.43 divided by 2 is 1.71. Similarly, 2.57 divided by 2 is 1.29 and 0 by it is 0 only. So this we did carry over. So again what we did in this box will be repeating for further box until our value is coming similar in the last step. Now here you can see plus and minus, ultimately answer is 0. Value is 0. So these two are ends fixed end, so they can resist moment. Now till here our process is same. Now further we have to do sway analysis. So for that let's see what need to do. Now next step is my sway force calculation. Now for that I would like to explain that sway force will only occur to the columns and not to the beam. So we are neglecting beam over here because the effect of sway will only occur to the columns. So Sway force says we have taken a column outside A to B, A to B, C to D and C to D. Now here horizontal load 20 kilonewton mentioned in the given figure. So we have kept 20 kilonewton as it is. Now for CD span there is no loading is given, so we didn't kept any load. So how to solve further? Now look, this moment has been placed. From where it has been came, now this is my MAB moment. 1.76 which is coming in positive, so I have placed as a clockwise. 3.58 is my MBA moment, so MB to A. It is also coming in positive, so I have placed as a clockwise. Similarly, MCD and MDC moments has been taken and placed over here. Now we have to find out horizontal reaction. So which are HA and HD, which is at joint A and joint D respectively. So now further, for calculation of HA and HD, we will be using basic rules. Means summation of moment at B equals to 0. Means we are standing over here and taking algebraic sum of moments at B is 0. So let's see. This HA multiplied by 4, which is going anti-clockwise direction at point B. So HA multiplied by 4 equals to both clockwise moment, means this 3.58 plus 1.76. So ultimately I am getting my HA value. Same process we will be following for HD reaction. Summation of moment at C equals to 0. So I am standing over here. HD into 4, which is going clockwise, equals to both anti-clockwise moment summation. I will be getting my HD. Now net horizontal force means for the entire structure, what is the net horizontal reaction are coming? You can see HA is going right side and HD is going left side. Both are equal and opposite, so ultimately net horizontal reaction is 0. So sway force will be horizontal force acting on a frame minus net horizontal force. Means which was the horizontal force acting? It was 20 kilonewton. And how much our reaction? Which is 0. So 20 plus 0. Ultimately my sway force is coming 20 kilonewton. What we did? So our next step will be sway force will be horizontal force acting on the frame minus net horizontal force. Means how much amount of horizontal force acting? It was 20 kilonewton was acting on the entire frame, the horizontal force, and our reaction was coming 0. So 20 minus 0, ultimately 20 is my sway force. So it will be in negative opposite direction. Now as the sway force is towards left, now, why I have kept it is in opposite direction means the force is going right side, so we have to make it as a opposite for the stable. So, as sway force is towards left, means the force is acting in a left side direction. The column AB and CD means the column AB and CD will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. It will move towards anti-clockwise side. But at both the upper head means B and C joint will have a clockwise movement. This is the rule that if the column is moving in a left direction, the both the joints will possess a clockwise moment. So in clockwise direction, both the top head means B joint and C joint will be having a clockwise moment which is positive at the column head. So it will be plus MDA and plus MCD. So we have to find out the ratio as we have learned in previous session about this sway forces calculation. The ratio of the column heads means MBA moment plus MCD moment equals to, if far end is fixed, so 6A delta by L square upon 6A delta by L square. Both the far end is fixed. EI will cancel out. At the place of delta we are keeping as a 1. So 6 by 16, 6 by 16. Ultimately the ratio of the both the moments is coming 1. Every time it can't be 1, but here it is coming 1. In next sum we will be having some another value. So further MBA is nothing but 1 MCD. The ratio is coming 1. Now we have to assume an arbitrary moment. Every time we have to assume an moment of the column head. means we have to assume any one moment and another value will be coming with the help of ratio. Let's see what I have assumed. Here I have assumed for the column CD. For MCD I have assumed 10 kN into meter. For MDC I have assumed the same 10 kN into meter. Whatever the value you assume for top head means for MCD, that should be same for MDC. Now to find MBA we have to use this relation. MBA is equals to 1 times MCD. Ultimately the value will be 10 only. And the same value for MAB, which is 10. Now as I have said earlier that the sway effect will be only to the column and not to the beam. So the beam value will be MBC moment will be 0 kilonewton into meter and MCB moment will be 0 kilonewton into meter, as these are my beam and these four values for my column. Here I have written always 0 because there will be no effect of the sway on BC member, which is my beam member. Now we have to do a sway analysis. This is the same process we are doing in moment distribution table, but in this we have to assume an arbitrary moment. In previous MDM table we are using FEM, but here we have to use arbitrary assumed moment. Look, DF I have placed similarly as it is, but in the place of FEM I have written here new, which I have assumed, which are MAB 10, MBA 10. For MBC and MCB is beam member, so we are keeping as a 0. Then MCD and MDC will be 10 10. So these are my new FEM. And next to it, the same process we have to follow, not a single change. So what we did, we have to balance this. 10 plus 0 is 10. Sign change minus 10 multiplied by this 2, I will be getting this 2 value. Similarly, this process will be here. So this I have balance, then carry over, balance, carry over, and balance and carry over. At last, I will be getting my final moment. No, these are not my final moment. These are my moments due to sway analysis. Now again, we have to find a net force, like we did previously. So this is my BA column, this is my CD column. Now these moments are from here, 8.29 over here, 6.69 over here. This is my MBA moment, this is my MAB moment. We are not considering beam, we are considering again column, MCD 6.69, MDC 8.29, and horizontal forces are HA and HD. Now to find out horizontal force, taking summation of moment at B equals to 0 at this point. So HA into 4 anti-clockwise equals to both the summation of clockwise moment. So I will be getting 3.75. Similarly, moment at C equals to 0, HD into 4 anti-clockwise and summation of algebraic sum of this both the clockwise moment, I will be getting 3.75. So here now my net horizontal force is coming 3.75 plus 3.75, which is 7.49 kilonewton. Now our sway force is equal and opposite of this. So 7.49 is going this right side, so our force will be opposite. But our actual sway force, which we did in previous step, the same step which we did earlier, in that it was coming the 20. Now here it is coming 7.49. This 7.49 force is came due to our arbitrary assumed moment. So what will be our actual sway force moments? So hence the correction in the sway moments are as follows. So sway is 7.49, which is over here. Now these all moments are came from over here. 8.29, 8.29, 6.69, 6.69 as follows. Now our actual sway was to 20. Our actual sway was 20. So for this we have to find out new moment. So how we can find out? We can find with the help of ratio. Means if it is, I have done here for you that actual sway ratio moments are 20 multiplied by 6.69 divided by 7.49 is getting 17.86. Means for 7.49 it is 8.29 and for 20 it is how much? So it is 22.14. This is a simple maths. just to calculate. Like 7 for 7.49 sway, I am having 6.69 moment. Then how will be much the moment will be for 20? So it is 17.86. Similarly, we can find out all these values. And next, this is non-sway analysis. Means, look, which we did previously, our these moments. These all non-sway moments. I have placed same in this step over here. The same way. Now, our final new moments will be sum of these two. This yellow strip and this blue strip. 17.86 plus 3.58 is nothing but 21.43. Similarly, 22.14 plus 1.76 is nothing but 23.90. Like this, we can find out all the final moments. Now, at last, after finding this my final moments, we have to again check the reaction. This is a check process. Now look, these are my moments which are coming from here. This is MAB, MBA, MCD, MDC over here. And again we will be finding out this reaction. Now here I have placed this 20 kilonewton as well. So again HA and HD will be found out. Then sum of this will be coming 20. So our actual sway was 20. Now this reaction is also coming 20. Hence our correction is correct. Our sum is correct. So we can proceed with the diagram. These are my final moments, which are this, and this is from beam, and this is for column. This final moments has been came from over here. These are my final end moments, which we have to consider. These are my span moments, and at last diagram. So this was a little tedious sum, lengthy sum of the sway analysis. Let's see what we did till now. We have done the same process, FEM, distribution factor, moment distribution table, and then we started with the sway force, sway analysis, new moments, correction check, and then final diagram.